One of the things you mentioned was this notion, and you touched on it already, was cornering. And you mentioned this, I believe, in one of your videos. Can you touch on the effective corner and the efficient corner, and how do you coach someone to remain calm and not get frustrated?
Competing is an inherently frustrating and terrifying thing for most people. And the reason for it is because it's a solo activity. We go out in front of everyone and we have to grapple with this person that we've most likely never grappled with before. And it's truth. It's truth in the way that they're going to go as hard as they can and try to win. And I'm expected to do the same. So if I lose, it's because he was better than me, not because, oh, well, it was just this roll in the gym. I was tired. I wasn't going that hard. It peels all the little layers of nonsense back, peels it back, and it just gives us the raw, like, here's where we are. And so people get nervous. They have anxiety. They freak out. And one of the things that happens a lot in jiu-jitsu currently, and I think it's going to go away, I'm seeing it more and more. It used to be that I was the only person not doing this thing at the tournament, and I thought I was weird, but now it's becoming more prevalent, and people have told me over the years, obviously, this is something you get praised for, so it's like, okay, I think this is a good thing. So basically, when I was competing, if someone was yelling, it would freak me out. If my coach sounded worried, then I was worried. If my coach was super confident, then it was almost like, damn, maybe there's something I don't see here. And so I just was like, well, I don't want to yell at my guys. They're already nervous enough. They're already freaked out enough. And one of the things your competitors will always say to you if they lose is, man, I'm sorry, coach. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I let you guys down. And you're just like, no, you literally didn't. No one cares if you win or lose except you. Nobody does. I don't care. If you lose a match, there's no sign that pops up that says Sean Applegate failed. It's just you losing a match. It's just you. And they always think that. They always think like, man, I'm representing the school. I'm representing you, man. You know, and as I've become more notable, it's gotten worse because they feel like there's some kind of like extra thing there too, you know, where it's like, oh, well, people, you know, say this and that about the gym and about you. And it's like, no, man, no. You can lose 1,000 times and I'll be right there in your corner every time you lose. And I won't care and I won't be mad at you. And no one else is going to be mad at you. No one cares at all. And so there's this almost emotional attachment to it, right? And so one of the things that happens in your voice when you start getting like frustrated or like desperate in the corner is they start to feel like you're getting mad at them. They start to feel like you are disappointed in them. And I've seen coaches get up and throw stuff down and walk away, you know? And it's like, I understand that you're frustrated, dude. I understand that you are better than what your student just did. We all understand that. No one thought the Naga Beginner Division white belt from your gym was the representation of the entirety of your jiu-jitsu. Actually, no one cared anything about it. So, you know, don't freak out. The only damage that you do, because most other people don't even think twice about it. Like, I've seen it happen and then talk to the other coach that didn't freak out. And I'm like, damn, that was crazy. That guy got up and like stormed off. And the other guy's like, oh, did he? Oh, that's crazy. They didn't even notice. And it's like the only person you're hurting is your athlete. That's the only person you hurt when you do that. And so that is efficient coaching, because efficient coaching is going to be coaching that I can give you that doesn't affect you emotionally. It doesn't tear you down in the match. It doesn't distract you from the goal. The coaching I give you needs to keep you on track. If you're my student, then I know what you look like when you compete because I've been there coaching you. That's what I do. You know, I go to the Nagas, I go to all the little tournaments that I can. And so it's like, I know what you look like when you start freaking out. And when you start freaking out, it's like, hey, listen, calm down, take a deep breath. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're good. And that is more important than move your left arm. Move your left arm right now. Wait, you got to move your left arm. That just sounds frantic and weird. And it freaks them out because they are losing and they're bottom of mount and some dude's about to armbar them. But when you're nice and you're calm, you say, hey, it's fine. He's going to take your left arm now. Don't worry about it. Breathe. When he takes the arm, we're going to turn our hips this way. We're going to build up. When you talk that way to them, they're like, well, maybe he sees something. Maybe this armbar is not so dangerous. Maybe I'm good. You know what I mean? And that makes a huge, huge, huge difference. So that's the efficiency of coaching. The effectiveness of coaching just comes down to your own knowledge of the sport. So like if you don't have a good knowledge of the sport, then effectively coaching people is going to be outside of your grasp. Like you're not going to know what you're looking at. So when someone goes to do a certain kind of pass, and so this is one of the things that happens to people, I think that's unfortunate, is as they get more skilled people into their room, in their gym, and those skilled people compete at higher levels, eventually they end up at a level where all the people that their guys are competing against know more and are capable of more than they are in the sport. And then you can't coach your guys anymore because now you're telling them he wants to do a knee cut and that guy was never going to do a knee cut. he's doing some other pass that you've never seen that you're unfamiliar with because maybe you haven't been studying or maybe you haven't been doing that. So emotional connection with your students is how you become an efficient coach. Understanding the emotions they're going through when they're out there and watching them and trying to communicate with body language. That's how you become an efficient coach. And an effective coach is you get through study, learning the meta, understanding what these guys want to do and how they want to do it so that you can tell your students efficiently and effectively how to navigate those waters when they end up in those waters eventually. So I think that's the efficient and effective coach model, is studying enough jiu-jitsu to know and working with your students enough to know.